This is Somnath Ray from NeoClarus, and this is edition number 3 of XBRL Weekly News. So in this edition I'm going to cover a few topics. So the first topic would be on SEC's approval of the IFRS taxonomy, like the status of SEC's approval of the IFRS taxonomy, and then I'm going to cover like a new series. I'm going to start a new series on navigating the IFRS taxonomy series part 1 in preparation of SEC filings for foreign private issuers. And lastly, I'm going to talk about the data quality issues as detected by XBRL US. And so let's get started. So the first topic is the status of approval of the IFRS taxonomy by SEC. So we see on the slide the reference to the letter from Center for Audit Quality, and which is dated April the 8th 2011, and it says that the foreign private issuers that prepared their financial statements in accordance with IFRS as issued by International Accounting Standards Board or ISB are not required to submit XBRL filings until SEC approves and specifies the IFRS taxonomy at its website. So right now the SEC is in the process of updating the Edgar Filer manual due to differences in the taxonomy architecture between the IFRS taxonomy and the US GAAP taxonomy. So once that is complete, SEC will approve the IFRS taxonomy for use and post it at its website. So right now we are having the exposure draft interim release package on the IFRS taxonomy 2013 posted on the SEC website and on the IFRS Foundation website as well for comment. And so that is all about the status of approval of the IFRS taxonomy by SEC. So in this slide we are seeing a broad overview of the IFRS taxonomy, and it says that the IFRS taxonomy as issued by ISB is the XBRL representation of IFRSs, including International Accounting Standards, interpretations, and IFRS for small and medium entities. So, and it says that the IFRS taxonomy contains tags for all IFRS disclosures, which we will see soon. And so we will start off with the IFRS disclosure called IFRS 1, which is first time adoption of IFRS, as we see in this slide. So the first bullet point actually covers the key principle of IFRS 1, which is full retrospective application of all IFRS standards that are effective as of the closing balance sheet date, closing balance sheet or reporting date of the first IFRS financial statements. So the next bullet point says that the full retrospective adoption can be a very challenging and burdensome exercise. So to ease this burden, IFRS 1 gives certain optional exemptions and certain mandatory exemptions from retrospective application. And then the third bullet point talks about the requirement of IFRS 1 to identify the first IFRS financial statements, and it talks about the preparation of an opening balance sheet at the date of transition to IFRS. And it also gives an example as well. Say for example a company preparing 3 years financial statements for reporting periods ending December 31st 2017 must have its opening IFRS balance sheet as of January 1st 2015, which would be the transition date as well. And then it talks about like the selection of accounting policies that complies with IFRS effective at the end of the first IFRS reporting period, and application of those policies retrospectively to all periods presented in the IFRS financial statements. And the opening balance sheet, the opening IFRS balance sheet requires the inclusion, classification and measurement of all assets, liabilities and equity in accordance with IFRS. and then it gives some of the disclosures which are required for IFRS 1. So the first one is the reconciliation of equity and profit and loss from previous GAAP to IFRS, and then differences between local regulatory reporting and IFRS reporting requirements, which requires uh, calculations, and which requires different calculations and collection of information. And it also gives the requirement for disclosing the consolidation and the deconsolidation of some entities. So like IFRS consolidation principles differ from those of the local reporting GAAP consolidation, and so those differences might cause some companies either to be deconsolidated or to be consolidated. So and then lastly, it provides the requirement for the consideration of alternative accounting policies under IFRS for effective presentation of the financial statements to the investors. So that is all which we need, what we need to do, what we need to know about IFRS 1 first time adoption of IFRS in relation to the IFRS taxonomy. And we can see this standard, we can see the reference to this standard, which is IFRS 1, in the extended link 819100. So let's go to this let's go to the Yeti browser to have a look at the IFRS uh, 1. So we are seeing over here 819100 notes, first time adoption, and we see one table over here, disclosure of comparative information prepared under previous GAAP table. So this is a very important table, and we see two members, previous GAAP member and effect of transition to IFRS member, and there are three line items which are equity, comprehensive income, and profit and loss. So this is a very important table. And then we see some elements over here, explanation of effect of transition on reported financial position. So these are some of the elements as we scroll down. So these are all the elements under IFRS 1 notes. So that's first time adoption. So that's all about IFRS 1. And so let us now move over to the next topic, which is XBRL data quality issues detected by XBRL US by their XBRL US consistency suite. And this is as per the latest data collected as of today, that is September 12th. So we are looking at the SAP Lumira Visual Analytics tool, the XBRL data quality issues. So let me drag and drop one of these charts over here, and let me make some formatting changes. So let me make this bold, let me change the color, and so let me make it a little bit bigger. So we see that the invalid access member combination error stands at 1.24 million, which is affecting the comparability of XBRL data. And we are seeing that the negative value reported for a concept that is expected to have a positive value error, which stands at 585,729. So that's also a huge number. And then this is affecting the financial semantics and the accuracy of the instance document. And then we see incorrect date, which stands at 478,504, which is affecting the comparability of XBRL data. And then we see a required value that is not reported, which is affecting the completeness of XBRL data, so which stands at 454,251. And so let's move on to some other chart to have a look at the other errors. So let's pull the graphical uh, chart over here and change the format a little bit, and let's expand this. So we are seeing that calculation error stands at 40,743, which affects the accuracy of the XBRL filings and the financial semantics. And we are seeing that uh, that duplicate extension concept reported, which is 77,341, and incorrect calculation weight used, that is 59,079, which is affecting the accuracy of the XBRL data and the financial semantics as well. Missing calculation link basis, which stands at 69,950, which is affecting the financial semantics and the accuracy of the XBRL data. Roll forward calculates incorrectly, which stands at 77,436, which is affecting the XBRL, which is affecting the financial semantics and the accuracy of the XBRL data. So now let us look at the growth in these errors over a period of time, that is 3 weeks. And let us pull one of these charts over here, and so this is the period like from August 25th 2014 until today. We see that there's a huge growth for duplicate extension concepts, and that is 17,001, which is a huge number. That is, in spite of there being a standard XBRL US GAAP tag, there are extensions which are being created. And then we have a growth in the area of invalid access member combination, which stands at 10,560 over a period of less than 3 weeks. And then we have incorrect date error growth, which is 4,255 within a period of under 3 weeks. And then we have negative value reported for a concept that is expected to have a positive value growth of 2,902 within a period of under 3 weeks. And then we have required value that is not reported, a growth of 2,202 for a period of under 3 weeks. So these are some of the major growth rates in the errors. So let me go back into the PowerPoint slides. So that's all about XBRL data quality issues detected by XBRL US. So we at NeoClarus, we are constantly researching the errors and are monitoring the errors as well. And so NeoClarus is a technology company which is exclusively focused in the area of disclosure management solutions, XBRL audit and data services. And we have a team of experts and professionals from the technology field, and we have licensed certified public accountants and IFRS certified accountants who are experts in interactive data modeling with the US GAAP and the IFRS taxonomies as well. And so let's move on to the next slide. So these are some of the IT solutions we offer. So we have a web-based NeoClarus iFile solution, which is for the XBRL disclosure services. And we have the NeoClarus iAudit solution, which actually performs the validations on the XBRL filings to make sure that they are free from all kinds of inconsistencies. And then we have our data services solution, which is iParser. And so that's all about it. So thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, you can give us a call at 408 796 1533, 408 796 1533, and you can email me at somnath@neoclarus.com. So thank you very much, and see you soon in the next edition of XBRL Weekly Update. Thank you very much.